This episode of New Jersey Living is being recorded in Newark. We are making our second Newark trip, and in this case, although it looks very unlike most of what you see in Newark being a city, we are in Weequahic Park, and behind me directly you see Weequahic Lake. This is the largest lake in Essex County. The park itself is relatively large. There's a golf course. There's a public golf course here, a 9-hole golf course, one of the larger public courses in the state of New Jersey. And Weequahic Park is a sizable park with playing fields. I'm on the side that is closer to Route 22, which runs east-west, basically from New York City all the way into Pennsylvania. So we're right off of 22, directly west of the airport. So Newark Airport, if I was to get in my car, I'd be on airport grounds in about maybe 10 minutes, just navigating through side streets. So Weequahic is in the South Ward of Newark. The community itself is very much going through a renaissance right now. There's, over the past 2 to 3 years, extensive redevelopment by investors in a lot of the homes. These homes range in sizes to smaller ranch-style homes to your very, very large, in some cases somewhat Victorian or Georgian style older colonials. And price points are very, very budget friendly, so we'll see a little bit of that as well. So just to pan around a little bit to give you a little view of where I am from the other side, this is basically a paved jogging, walking trail that goes throughout the park. The side of the park that I'm on, as I mentioned, it's right up against Route 22, but on the other side of the lake there are playing fields for soccer, there's tennis courts, there's cricket that's played out here, so a number of activities are here, and it really is a place that kind of floats under the radar when it comes to Newark. Not too many people mention Newark and reference Weequahic Park, right? So it's by and large, you'll have a lot of people in the local community that will come out and use this, but not much in terms of a lot of notoriety for this park. So we are going to obviously get into the Weequahic section of Newark today and take, as usual, take a look at 4 different properties, all sold within the past 30 days, and get into some of the dynamics of the neighborhood and the general community. So those who are joining again, New Jersey hunters, thank you for joining once again and welcome back. Those who are new, welcome aboard, and I will see you at the next stop. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Prestige Properties, and my job is to bring content like this to viewers like you. This channel, we will cover all things New Jersey, primarily real estate, iconic locations, places to dine, entertainment, social scenes. We cover it all in the various areas of both central and northern New Jersey, basically the suburbs to New York City. And I receive phone calls, emails, text messages from folks just like you who are tuned into this channel. So why tune into this channel? If you're interested in any of the things that I mentioned, this is the place for you. Learn something new every day. So here we are in Weequahic. We're in Weequahic Park. I'm on the other side of the lake now, and I did not know that there was a new community center here. This is only a year old. So this is the Feldman Middleton Jr. Community Center. Right here, I'm going to pan around. You'll be able to see the new baseball, softball fields as well. All right, basketball court is behind the center. As I pan just a little bit more, there's a deck out here, which obviously we're in December. It is actually freezing out here, but I'm going to deliver content no matter what. All right, so there's a basketball court behind there, and there is a very nice new playground on the other side of the community center. So I was just talking to one of the staff members here, and during the day they have programs for seniors. So there are seniors inside right now with different activities going on, and in the afternoons it's rented out for any type of events or venues function as a venue for different functions. So very nice discovery here, right here in Newark. Drive by the park all the time. Didn't realize that this had taken place recently. So another plus for Weequahic. So let's jump into the big three. Now that we are here talking about some new features in Weequahic. Starting with proximity, we are in Newark. So if you are familiar with a map, you will see that Newark is directly west of New York City. All right, so we are driving, it's no more than a half hour to get to Manhattan, all right, from where we stand. Proximity, big check mark there. Trains, yes, there is light rail here. There is Path Station here. There is Amtrak here, right? So there's everything here that you would, Path goes into the city from here. So everything that you need train-wise is in Newark. Now that is downtown. It doesn't span throughout the entire city. And Weequahic itself, that neighborhood doesn't have a station. However, it's really convenient to get downtown to the train station. It's not a major issue to get there. So check mark for trains and mass transit. So then it comes to schools. So what I did was I looked up specifically Weequahic High School. As you can see as I flash up right now, that is a grade of C. However, when you consider Newark, there are multiple school options like there are in many larger cities. So public schools, both technology and science, both of those two high schools are public, both making USA Today in terms of performance. You're talking A+, all right? Those are selective to get into. They're very competitive to get into. So it's not as though it's just a matter of registering your student and having them go to those high schools. But it's available, it's in town, it's in the city, it is available should your student qualify. You also have other options that are private. St. Benedict's, I pulled out one. Another A+, that's more of a matter of admission and tuition. So it is not a tuition-free scenario like the other two. And then there's the Grade Charter School. It's one of the highly rated charter schools, K-8, and again, an A-rated school. So I'm not going to, because the neighborhood zone school is not A, I'm not going to give a check mark. It is a C school for the neighborhood, but I put the little asterisk here just because there are options in the city for high-performing students, or if you want to pursue other options. All right, so 2 out of 3 of the big three, still not bad. The neighborhood itself, as I mentioned, is going through certainly a renaissance. There are numerous recent renovation jobs as you drive from block to block in the Weequahic area. When there's an opportunity for an investor to buy a property, they usually can be acquired at a very, very reasonable price, and they generally sell at a budget that is friendly for those who are local or just looking for a budget option. We're talking $350 up to $550 for newly renovated home, and in some cases very sizable homes. All right, so we're going to see elements of that today, because all 4 properties that we're going to take a look at were either newly renovated or just very, very well maintained, very, very good condition. So big three, and again, if you're new, big three we cover for every location that we go to, and all of the homes that we take a look at are homes that sold within the past 30 days. All right, so welcome aboard again. Please do click like, subscribe, and notification bell. Stay tuned, stay in touch. We have more content coming your way. Even in this freezing cold right now, only way I stop is if it's raining or sleeting, we're gonna stop. And if we do have a crazy snowstorm, of course, we'll have to work around that, which we have the past couple of years, we haven't had that too bad, but you never know. All right, so let's get this started, and I'll see you at the first location. See you there. We're at our first stop here in Weequahic on Pomona Ave. We're not in front of the house that we're going to feature first, but a couple things I wanted to cover. One, just you notice like the median here. This is something that you see really throughout the Weequahic section. It gives a nice aesthetic to the community, and you'll notice also as I pan around a bit that there's a blend of home styles, but like the one behind me, you find some that are very large like this that no doubt is abandoned, and distressed, and this is at the heart of what I was referring to as the renaissance that's taking place in this community. A lot of homes just like this one are being acquired by investors, basically totally gut renovated and then sold. So routinely, and I'm looking at one just across the street over here, this recent renovation. Probably won't be able to see it too well from camera. But you see a lot of this throughout the neighborhood. So I'm going to skip over here to the first one. This is just one house down across the street, but I wanted to kind of give an idea of where and why are we seeing opportunities for kind of that transformation that I'm describing. So give me 1 second. On a quick blink, we'll hop over to the first stop. Our first property view is behind me at 220 Pomona Ave, and this was a property that was on the market for 6 months, but it was reflective of a scenario where there was a transaction underway that fell through, went back to market, and then sold. It was listed at $289, sold at $295. And the interior was very well done. This wasn't like a recent renovation, but it was very, very well maintained and upgraded inside. I'm forgetting right now. Let me take a quick peek at the bedrooms and baths. 2 bedrooms, a bath and a half. Taxes under $5,000. All right, so you even take note that there is a detached garage, kind of oversized. I don't know if you can call it a true two car, but it's definitely a nice sized garage. So just giving you a pan. Again, you'll see some homes are certainly still in that more older and distressed kind of mode, but more often than not, you're going to find a lot of recent upgrades and renovations throughout the community. All right, so we're going to work our way down Pomona to our next stop at 220 Pomona to take a look at that. I'll see you there. Behind me for our second stop is 104 Pomona. We're just about maybe 2 or 3 blocks down from where we started. And this is an example of newly renovated. All right, newly renovated totally this year, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, listed at $475 and sold at $510. And the taxes last year were just under $6,000, so $5,800 and change for the taxes. That assessment is likely to change, obviously, with the upgrades that we've done. But this is reflective, again, of when you have a larger colonial that's done over. And I'm just looking around at some of the other properties. I know the 1-2 homes down is another recent renovation, which you probably can see relatively well right here. And as I drove down the block, you can see that there is a scattering of newer renovations throughout. So there's still a lot of opportunity here, which is why it's still relatively budget friendly. Now, as the more transformation that you see, obviously demand goes a little higher, prices fluctuate up some, but this is still a very, very budget-friendly neighborhood to be in a really up-and-coming type of neighborhood. So if you're having younger kids in the family, obviously you're going to consider your school options with this type of move, but for someone who is looking to get into the market of owning a home, this is really, really a spot that I would consider. If you're someone that's shopping in the Newark and, you know, your Hillside, your Orange, your East Orange, your those communities. And by the way, somebody did ask me about East Orange. We do have an East Orange episode coming. This gives you that kind of option where your budget can be in that 300 up to 500 range and get something newly renovated and a relatively quiet kind of block, all right, here in Newark. So this is second stop. We've got 2 more to go, all within a relatively tight area. I'm gonna flash up the map one more time of Weequahic, because you can see it's not a very big and vast area. So we're pretty much quick to stop from one place to another. So see you at the next stop, and I'll have some road footage along the way. Our third stop is a property that was listed on the MLS as 284 Keir Ave. Is has a number 290. Go figure. That does happen from time to time in certain cities in New Jersey. Plainfield is one of those where you always have a dash. So it could be tax records show 284-290, but you get to the house and the house only has a 290 up there. So that could be the case here, not sure. But 284 Kier Ave, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It was an original list price that went higher, another one of those scenarios. So I want to say the original list was about $380 roughly. And you'll see the flash up here. List price then went up to $425, sold at $410. Total of 4 months on the market, but this was another scenario where there was a transaction, then a second transaction. So apparently a buyer backed out or a deal fell through somehow, and then it subsequently sold. Very, very well maintained on the inside. This one you can take some look at some pictures. I posted 2 photos of this one just so you can catch the side view as well as the front view here. Corner lot, very nice fencing around it, as you can see. That corner lot does generally generate higher taxes. So this one, taxes are 9 and change compared to the others that we've seen, even though they, particularly the last one was a larger house at 104 Pomona. So this is, as you can see, at an intersection, not a very busy street, but we're now more on the outer edge of Weequahic. So the neighborhood aesthetic does change a little bit as we're on this end of the community. So we're gonna go back really into the heart of the community for our final stop, and you'll get to see different looks, if you will, just by the road footage that I take along the way. All right, so I'll see you at the next stop. Final stop in Weequahic in front of 30-32 Custer. Like I said before, this one you will see that it's just, well, you may not be able to see, but I can tell you it's a 30 that's written on the door. It's not like it's 30-32, which I kind of referenced in that last stop. This one built in 2001. So this is a more recent construction here. And the area is certainly older homes. So in all likelihood, this was a lot where there was a complete tear down and then build up. This section is certainly going to have a larger colonial styles in general as I pan around and just look. Interior, 2001, so it's not by any means an older home, but it wasn't like newly renovated, but very, very well maintained, very, very good condition. Listed at $499, sold at $490. On the market, a total of 47 days. So we're talking about a month and a half. All right. So this is really one of the fewer newer type of properties that you'll find in the area. Just down the hill a little bit, although you may not be able to see it very well, there's a stretch of probably 5 or 6 larger homes that were constructed that are newer, but the rest of the neighborhood are going to be pretty much pre-war. This is definitely an older, section of the city. So this area, you're going to see some more footage from road footage that's going to reflect some of the things that I was describing, just in terms of the aesthetics and the tree-lined streets, and you'll see a blend of homes, some that are older and needed some work, but others that have been recently purchased, or not purchased necessarily, but recently renovated. So this is certainly an area that should be considered for, again, those who have that budget in that $300 to $500 range and are looking for that first opportunity to own a home, or maybe you're in a condo right now wanting a home situation where you have a single family. This is certainly that kind of option. Close proximity to the city, close proximity to the airport, and you'd be on the front end of a transition that's happening, and the momentum it's been steady. It's not like it's slowing down. All right, so with the market rates and everything else, we don't see as the rapid pace of activity that we did during COVID, but this is still trending in the upward direction for this neighborhood. So Hope you enjoyed the episode, found it entertaining and educational. Please do click like, subscribe, and notification bell because we have more content coming your way. So until the next time, stay safe, and I will see you the next episode.